I don't know where you're at right now, friend, and I know that for many of you watching, things might not be great. But I really want to tell you something that I believe is going to be very impactful. It's been an overwhelming year for me between the chronic illness and the protracted withdrawals with my mind, and still really struggling to even see normality in regards to that. But just sitting here thinking, I've had some interesting thoughts that have come to me. Have you ever looked back over your life? It could be any period of time. Maybe it was a bad time, maybe it was just an indifferent time. But when you look back at it, you look at it through the eyes of nostalgia. There are so many things that happened during that time, so many people, so many different experiences that you see with a fondness that you didn't really see at the time. You know, people always talk about the good old days. But what if you were living in the good old days right now? Think about it. No matter what's going on in your life, there are things right now that you have in your life that you may not have in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. And you're going to look back on that and say, you know what? That was amazing. Those things that I got to enjoy, those people that I got to love. You may have children, they're never going to be the same age again. You may have parents or a parent who is still alive. You don't know how long they're going to be with you. You may be part of a community. You may be involved in a job. You may be involved in an activity. You may be learning new things for the first time. You may be in a house that you've grown up in and have so many fond memories of, and you may not be there for much longer. There are so many things in our life right now that are true blessings despite what we're going through, and we're going to look back one day and we're going to say, do you remember that? You remember how we laughed with that person? Do you remember how we went and did study and how good those times were, that they were the best times of my life? You're going to look back and you're just going to see so many of the things that you have now that you don't really recognize or appreciate, and you're going to look at them with such fondness. So my challenge to you and my challenge to me is, let's appreciate them right now. Let's not ignore if things are difficult. Let's not live in denial. But let us appreciate the things that we do have, the blessings that we do have, and knowing that every single day that we have them is a beautiful gift from God to treasure. And you can see why the Bible says to give thanks always, to give thanks in all circumstances. Because there are so many blessings that we have that we don't even truly appreciate. Often not until they're gone. What are some of those absolutely most precious, special things in your life right now? If you're someone who's just feeling apathetic about life, or you're really struggling, just turn your mind for a moment. What is it? Is it seeing your children grow up? Is it spending time with your parents? Is it certain friends? Is it a community? Are you doing certain experiences? And I would love to hear from you if you would put in the comments below one thing, or you could put more, that you are just so grateful for right now, and that you know you're going to look back in 1 year, 10 years, 5 years if you're still here. And you are just going to appreciate that and wish that you could have just experienced more of it. And this can just change our perspective, friends. It doesn't solve our problems, it doesn't take away our pain, but it helps to give us a perspective and to be able to be grateful to God for these things that He's given us. So I'd love to hear from you below, and I'll talk to you very soon. God bless you.